must make students work hard, but for the prizes, not for the curiosity. Another example is midday schools in India. It was first started in Tamil Nadu in 1956. The previous given by the government act as a benefit for the record that encourages students to complete food regularly. Now, I want to take one more example that is debate competition, which we have been now. All the students have prepared their speeches for the topics and practice because at the end of this competition, there is a prize for the students. If there are no prize, many students have not participated in this competition. This also shows that students study for prizes rather than the real curiosity. Therefore, I strongly support the movement that students study for prizes, certificates, degrees, scholarships, and medals. Thank you.
Respected discussers, honorable judges, my dear opponents and dear audience, a very good morning to you all present over here. As the first speaker from the position, I strongly urge, I stand from the position of today's course. Learning is successfully a journey of great discovery, exploration, and natural discovery. But what happens when we replace genuine curiosity with digital brand point or leadership? We come to the joy of learning in the continuum of societies. Today, our side will visualize two major arguments. First, the sixth of internal curiosity with currently, and second, the rise of unhealthy stress and academic work. Let us look at our first topic. The internal curiosity versus external grade. When a school system introduces points of leaderhood, it sends a clear message to the students that study not just because the topic is very fascinating, but study because it will take you to a good start. Students stop asking big questions like why did we started and start asking how many parts does the answer solve. The moment they got solved, the philosophy of learning completely vanishes. We are not still mind to seek short-term prizes rather than taking long-term learning. Second, consider the psychological impact on classroom dynamics. Leadership does not encourage the collective growth. Instead, they foster internal rivalry and anxiety. Students who lag behind the public scoreboard feel demoralized and declare as failures, while those at the top feel immense pressure to maintain their rank. Instead of creating good environment for students to study, leader gamification turned the classroom into an arena of constant evolution and stress. My esteemed opponents will likely urge that reward makes the boring topic fun and encourage participation. But we must ask ourselves at what cost? If a student only completes its homework to beat a student or to get points, did he really learn anything? Or did he really simply learn to how to play a game? Ladies and gentlemen, education must light a fire in a student. Education must fire a light in a student, not light them with digital drugs. For these reasons, I strongly urge you to vote in vocational subjects. Thank you.
A very simple and sorry good morning to each and every present here. I am a Durga and respecting the motion of house mass, I like to present my perspective and the perspective of house third. Prizes encourage students to work hard in order to achieve success or to build curiosity or knowledge. We can also conclude or take the example of daily life like the midday meal scheme, the monthly cycle providing scheme, and economic scheme providing scholarship encourages students to work hard in order to get the prizes. It also takes build confidence, knowledge, and curiosity take the eyes of class 8 NCERT book. There is a story of great architecture known as Happy Stone Structure. He did not study in the school life, but later he worked hard in order to gain success in this life. Thank you.
I strongly respect the points given by the house, but I find some errors over here. As he said that the students or the people just work or study for the reward, but it's not true. But I find some errors here that the rewards are over. The rewards does not replace curiosity, but it also has to develop discipline, whether we can just assume that it's just assumption, not a fact. Like if we take an example, if a student of all classes study math just for the reading and maths, so later if we just bring any changes or betterment into his mathematics, so how we can see that his curiosity has been hampered. So that's what.
Respected teachers, honorable judges, and my dear friends, good morning to all of you. I am the guide speaker for the proposition, and I am here to summarize our case and explain why the reward system is important. First, throughout the debate, the opposition tried to convince you that reward system makes reduce curiosity. It creates stress and makes students want only for the prizes. Now let us remind about the strong points that are delivered by our team. First, our speaker first proved that rewards make learning interesting. They increase participation, build confidence, and encourage a student to work for the every day. And our second speaker showed that reward system motivate a student to when learning becomes difficult. I would like to say that rewards inspire efforts. Efforts makes excellence, and excellence makes build a better future. For this, I proudly stand in support of motion. Thank you.
Respected chairperson, honorable judges, audio opponents, and all my dear friends. I am this year and represented as a third speaker from House now. At first glance, this argument may sound convincing, but it shows how motivation actually comes. Our opponent claimed that a student learn only for prizes, but if that were true, a student would stop learning on rewarding is clear. At first, many students who begin with external motivation gradually become self-motivated because they discover joy and solving problems. Think about riding a bicycle or play a musical instrument. At first, encouragement and praise motivate us. Eventually, we continue because we enjoy this activity itself. The real issue is not the reward system, but how it is used. When teachers encourage creativity, critical thinking, and exploration along rewards, a student develops both motivation and curiosity. In conclusion, reward systems are valuable educational tools. They motivate learners, build confidence, and encourage persistence, and often become the first step toward the genuine curiosity. Therefore, I strongly oppose the motion. Thank you.
basic opening now. Pink and blue house have set the standard high. Let's give our judges a moment to finalize their score.
Moving right along to match 2, we call upon green house for proposition and yellow house opposition to take their place on stage. We have Solsi Naini, class 10, Jia Gupta from class 9 and Keshav Rao from class 8 from green house. Ashish from class 10, Vaibhav from class 9 and Bhushan Yasin from class 8 from yellow house.
The topic for match 2 is this house believes that installing AI security and facial recognition cameras in the school hurts student privacy more than it teaches help them safe.
We have successfully heard the first match, the arguments given by the pink house and blue house. Now moving forward with the competition, we have another argument on the topic that we have heard, that schools, colleges, education systems, they install specific AI smart CCTV cameras in schools and colleges. Now whether it is hurting the privacy of any student or not, we would have arguments in favor and against the motion, which we would understand and try to reflect. So get ready for match 2.
Imagine entering your school every morning and knowing that a camera is not simply watching the corridor, it recognizes you, records the movements and stores information about you. Honorable Principal Sir, respected judges, teachers, non-teaching staff, worthy occupants, and my dear friends, a very warm and glorious good morning to one and all present here. Today, with loyalty in my heart, I found House Uranus stand firmly in the favor of the motion. This house believes that installing AI security and facial recognition cameras in schools harms privacy more than it helps with safety. Let me make one thing very clear. I am not against any school safety and I am not against any technology. Every student deserves to learn in a safe environment. But the real question is, how much privacy are we willing to sacrifice in the name of safety? According to the World UNESCO 2023 Global Guidance on Generation AI in Education, schools must use AI very carefully because it can affect students' personal data, privacy, as well as their rights. Our school is not a prison. Remember, a school is not a prison and students should not feel that their every moment is captured, visualized, analyzed, and recorded. Safety should create trust, not fear. Technology should protect students, not turn their faces into permanent data. AI systems can collect sensitive information about students, can make mistakes, and can create risk if that information is misused or leaked. And when the people being monitored, the privacy becomes even more important. Let me give you some real-life examples. The Pahalgam attack of 2025 reminds us that safety is very essential, but safety doesn't mean unlimited surveillance. Similarly, at Jungle Doctor, the surveillance and safety measures have raised questions about the surveillance and privacy of the individual. Even in the United Kingdom, the use of facial recognition camera has sparked and in our generation, in new generations, AI named artificial intelligence is developed to prevent crimes and in real time by finding out the threats instantly and helping operators to find it. And technology is not our enemy. It's our protective tools. It protects us from any kinds of dangerous fear. And it is also safeguard for the students and protect them by ensuring their physical properties. Thank you. I don't
themselves freely, not having the right to privacy, and even these AI systems are against the Constitution of India, where Article 21 gives the right to privacy to each and every citizen of India. My last point is that, moreover, considering these AI systems, human relationships build safe schools. It's not the AI system that can build the safe schools. Now, integrating my statements with certain examples, I would like to highlight the Jantar Mantar protests that happened recently, in which the students lastly, I would like to conclude by saying that safety is important, but it shouldn't compromise with the safety, privacy, and trust of the students. Thank you. Have a great day.
Honorable judges, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. Good morning to all of you. I am Ashish, I am the speaker too, and now I am going to respond to arguments coming from the opposite and support my point with evidence. The opposition has argued that facial recognition invades privacy and misuse the students' data. I agree with that privacy is a fundamental right. However, the question before us is not whether security matters. It certainly does. But whether AI security acts as an enemy of privacy, then it improves the safety. We finally believes it does not. Privacy and safety are not opposites. With strict consent, limited data storage, encryption, and parental awareness, schools can protect both. Let us now turn to the facts. A widely discussed case occurred at Texas City High School in the US. During a graduation ceremony, the facial recognition technology identified a former student who had been banned from entering the campus. Then the security was immediately alerted. This demonstrates that how AI can act as an early warning system from preventing us from potential threats. Another case comes from Lockport City School District in New York. Done to develop an AI-based security system. Although this project was faced debates over privacy issues, but its real objective was to strengthen the safety of the school through rapid threat detection. Now, let's ask ourselves, if AI cameras can identify an intruder within seconds, while a human guard can take many minutes, which option will you choose to provide students a better safety? Technology does not replace teachers. It does not replace school authorities. It simply gives them better information and faster response times. The famous computer scientist Alan Kay once said, technology is anything that wasn't around when you were born. Every generation has feared new inventions. Yet today, we trust seat belts, smoke detectors, the speaker of Greenhouse, and I am here to summarize my team's case. A student's use privacy. Being watched every second makes the students uncomfortable. The students may stop expressing themselves freely. The technology can make mistakes. The AI can misidentify. For example, the facial recognition sometimes shows error due to the different faces and the lighting conditions. There is data security risk also. If a has leaks data, then the student's privacy can be hurted. It can also rise in the students who feel under constant pressure. Knowing that every movement is captured by a camera makes the students anxious and reduces their confidence, creativity, and the freedom of expressing themselves. The learning is better in freedom, not in constant surveillance. AI cameras can recognize a face, but it cannot recross human feelings. Therefore, me and my team suggest that installing AI cameras in the schools, thought the students have more than it keeps them students safe. Thank you.
When the wisdom walks through life, a safer future starts rise. Honorable Chairperson, respected judges, worthy opponents, and my dear friends. As the final speaker of the opposition, today I have privilege to opposition. Our respected opponents argued some questions like AI cameras can invade the privacy and harm the data. But my first speaker stated that it is the responsibility of the school to provide a safer environment. My second speaker demonstrated that AI technology can identify the intruders or bad person that can send the data to the safety guard. Our opposition asked us to reject AI because